Hey guys, it's Rufus. This video is primarily for Dokkaebi since she is the only person you should be using a DMR on. Although I guess you could count Callie and maybe the TCSG, but I don't think you should be using the TCSG. However, anyway, if you want to be good with the DMR, I have some recommendations. First, always use the vertical grip. This is because you need to heavily rely on landing shots, and if you miss one shot, that can easily cause you to lose a gunfight. Because of that, I recommend running vertical grip in order to make it as easy as possible to land your shots. Remember that with DMRs, each shot is so much more critical. You will also want to use the highest magnification scope available, and for attackers, this is a 3.0 scope. But on defense, you should never use a DMR, and I'll explain why in a moment. When using a DMR, you need to always keep as much distance as possible, and this is also why you want to use a 3.0 scope. When you play like this, it's much harder for the defenders to land shots onto you, and so it's much easier to win gunfights at range than it is close up. However, this is also why I don't recommend using a DMR such as the TCSG on defense. It has a lot of recoil, a low magazine size, and it's a lot harder to hit shots, so using it at range isn't very effective. And in addition, since you have a 2.0 scope, you don't really have that same range advantage that you would with a 3.0 scope. And since many attackers already have a 2.0 and ACOG, your sight isn't very impactful. Now, because of this long range playstyle, you also want to play as a support player, which works perfectly with Dokkaebi because she is a support operator. In addition, you'll want to switch to your secondary SMG when close up because fire rate is king. In a close range engagement, it is extremely difficult to win gunfights with a DMR because the other player can easily land several shots before you even land 3. Overall, it's just going to take practice in order to become accustomed. It took me a few weeks before I felt like I was pretty good with a DMR, but what I did was just play a bunch of Dokkaebi in ranked because on my last team, I played a lot of Dokkaebi on coastline, and being good with a DMR is essential, especially on a frag heavy map. So don't worry if you're struggling, anybody can learn to be good with a DMR. Now if you want to follow my Twitter, Discord, or Patreon, link will be in the description below, but that's all to say for this video, and if you learned something, give the video a like, and if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. Toodles.